Hey, welcome to Never a Foul Energy. This is the best stream of the day for sure with Daps and Cass. Ty couldn't be here. I wish he was here, but it is what it is. But we're here to talk about the Premier League fixtures coming up. Arsenal losing to Newcastle, of course. Man United, a guaranteed win against West Ham. Liverpool also winning, and maybe, I don't know. But Man United away to West Ham. It's a big, big game for Man United. They're cutting it close with Liverpool, and Man City, of course, guaranteed win against
Mo,
Sam Allardyce.
No, stop this. You're getting a bit too good at this baiting people, right?
He's been around Terry for too long, man. Mo,
you're getting too good at this.
Been around Terry for too long, mate.
And I'll let it slide when you're talking on other teams. I see what you did there with Arsenal lost to Newcastle. That's not definite. The Liverpool guaranteed win. I do agree with you on that. The Man United one, that's interesting, yeah. But don't say guaranteed win against Leeds at home, right?
You're playing at home. You are at home.
It's nothing in this world is a guarantee, Mo.
Yes, but if you lose, it's going to be what happened to Cass?
Don't worry.
Anyway.
What did happen?
Anyway,
Hold
seriously,
on, let me find out.
One sec.
It's all right, but people hit that like button for me. Get me to 50 likes. Please hit that like button for me. You know what
He's
it
alive.
is? When
He's
you
alive.
enter the
He's
stream,
all right. He's fine.
Like button, please. I want to get to 50 likes. Underneath your live chat, if you don't know what it is, it's underneath your live chat. It's never a foul. Make sure to subscribe to join the live chat, and also make sure to turn on that notification bell to know when we're going live. And we're going to start right away. I really want to start with one game and one game only. I want to start with Man United against West Ham.
Okay.
As simple as that. You know why? If Liverpool win, that's at 1 point. 1 point, my man. 1 point behind Man United. And Man United.
Yeah. You know what? I said to Cass earlier on, I said to him, listen, bro, if you, man, don't get top four, yeah, some very big conversations need to happen, because that is, maybe we're going to have one now. I don't know. Is he coming?
Listen, if they don't have, oh my God, we had this conversation, Daps. Is it a filler? It's not a filler.
No, bro, you know
it's
what?
Absolutely a disaster for them if they don't get top.
Do you know what, Mo? Right? Everyone has to. So last weekend on DR, yeah, they were trying to push the narrative that if City don't do a treble, it's a bottle job, right? And I said, hold on. Yeah, which is mental, but it is what it is. But I did say, do you know what, yeah? If you want to hear me admit that my club could bottle something, then no problem. I will say if we don't win the Premier League and the FA Cup now, that's a bottle job. If you really want to hear me say it, no problem, yeah? The Champions League, I'm not going to disrespect that tournament like that. But same way, Man United cannot go below the radar. And if Manchester United, the position they were in this season, if they drop out of the top four, yeah, that is a bottle job.
It's true.
No, but I actually disagree with you, Dabs. I actually don't think that if you don't win the cup, it's a bottle. You're still playing Man United. It's a derby game, bro.
I hear you, but
it's not a bottle job.
No, I hear you, bro. But it was more a case of they
so let me ask you something. Is it easier to play AC Milan, Inter Milan in the final if you reach the final? Of course, Real Madrid is a big hurdle that you have to.
Yeah,
pass.
it is. No,
then playing Man United.
No, it is. It is.
The reason... How?
No. Man United in the FA Cup is easier than AC Milan or Inter Milan in the Champions League.
No,
bro, we've never won We've never won the Champions League before. It's not who we're playing. Our biggest hurdle in Europe is the fact that we haven't won one yet.
Yeah, but on the game itself, I think Man United.
But bro, you can't just do. You can't. This is football. You can't just do based on the starting 11, based on paper. The fact of the matter is, have we won an FA Cup before? Yes, we've won a few. Have we beat Man United before? Yeah, definitely we have. Have we beat Man United at Wembley before? Yes, we have. Have we won a Champions League? No. So that's the
Maybe
hurdle
I
we
see
need to
your
get over.
point, but so instead of going to Man City, let's talk about Man United. I have to remind people that Liverpool at home are the third best team in the country at home, but this goes under the radar. However, let me just say something that is, I said it on the Arabic show and people didn't like it. I think that Liverpool surge of form that goes in the media and in YouTube is due to Man United losing 5 points in the last 5 games, drawing a game and losing a game. Otherwise, this Liverpool form, because remember, Liverpool conceded 2 against Nottingham Forest at home. They conceded 3 against Spurs at home. They won with a dodgy penalty against Fulham at home. The only game that they won fair and square domination is Leeds, and Leeds are absolutely atrocious. So for me, to be honest, this Liverpool surge of form, 5 games on the bounce, it's just been on the spotlight because Man United are lose points.
Yeah, but I said this to Daps earlier, bro. Like, let's call it for what it is. Since we lost to Newcastle, we've got 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. We didn't play bad
Yeah, but
against
5 points is a lot of points, the cast, if Liverpool are winning every game.
But, it's some roundabouts, dodgy decisions, all this kind of stuff that go around with it. Liverpool ain't looked at anything bar impressive. In one game, they look good. Then the next game, they look rubbish. You don't know what you're going to get. I think it's the same with Man United. But if we're being honest with it, like I think Daps said it as well, and I'll say it. If Man United do not get this top 4, it is a bottle job, mate.
Yeah.
That is a bottle, bro. Because what's the difference between Arsenal and Tottenham last season? It's the same thing.
No, and yours are easier. I'm sorry. Let's just establish this. Your target making top 4 is much easier than Arsenal winning the league. Arsenal had to be perfect.
No, I'm talking about
win
Arsenal.
the league.
I'm talking about Arsenal last season against Tottenham. Do you remember
last
that?
season?
They were 4th and Tottenham
yeah.
and they came up and they took that position in the end after I think Tottenham beat them at their ground. Look, Man United just got to win 3 games. That's it. 3 out of 5 games. Like, we look at Liverpool's fixture list, and they should win them all. But are they going to win them all? Look. Everyone probably expects them to beat Brentford, but I don't. I'll be honest.
IQ, insane IQ quickly as well. When you say, Daps, you're miles ahead of us, I don't know why you care about Man United. Firstly, this is a football show where we discuss the games that are coming up. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Like, and when we move on to Liverpool fans, please don't say you're rent-free in my head. We're doing this is a show where we discuss all games. We're going to discuss the Brighton game. That doesn't mean Brighton are now in my head. We're just discussing every game. But also, you are Man United. And yes, we are. Like, I'm not worried that you're going to catch up with us or anything, but you're also our local rivals. So I got asked the question earlier because obviously I'm laughing at the fact Liverpool brought out their new kit today and the fact that there's a good chance it might have the Europa League badge on the sleeve, yeah? But then someone asked me the question, what would you rather, Liverpool get the Champions League spot or Man United get the Champions League spot? Now, ideally, I want Brighton to get the Champions League spot, yeah? But that ain't going to happen. So then if I look at it, well, we've already laughed at Liverpool's form this season. I've laughed at that. As a City fan, I've laughed at Liverpool and the fact that they've gone from quads to where they are. But Man United are back, innit? Man United are back. Man United are back. Man United were not that far off City and Arsenal at one point. Man United were going to win the Europa League. We're going to win the Premier League. Already have the Carabao Cup. Man United are back. If the season that Man United are back, they end up dropping out of the Champions League and Liverpool still jumping over them, it gives me something else to laugh at. So if I'm being honest, I want Liverpool to get that. If I have to, I want Liverpool to get that Champions League.
Forget the banter and the laughs. If Man United, so I'm going to compare both. If you have Man United making top 4 or Liverpool making top 4 Champions League, who are more scary next year? Imagine if Liverpool get Champions League. You remember when they were that season. So let me just go. Remember when Liverpool, Daps, when Liverpool were outside of the top 4 and they got it the last game. Do you remember what happened the year after? They pushed you all the way to the end. So will you be fearing Man United more or Liverpool if they get Champions League?
But I think personally, Mo, if I'm being honest with you, look, you know that I've been the one person this season that has been waiting for Liverpool to bounce back, right?
And still waiting.
Well, bro, the whole thing is, it might happen that we started the season saying Liverpool and City are the 2 teams that can go on winning runs, yeah? We might end the season saying the same thing, right?
Yeah.
right? That's the truth. That Liverpool, and I think that Liverpool, even without Champions League football, what are you laughing about, Cass?
It's Mo, man. Mo's different, bro.
Yeah.
No one knows Mo different. I'm literally about to cry for no reason. Like he said,
Why? Why I'm different? I'm the same guy.
oh,
You just become an S house.
You become you not just a shit house, but it's the perfect one. It's just like it's against. It's not even just for
Little
anything.
one-liners.
It's bro. That's it. It's just no, when you said, I expected Liverpool to bounce, we're still waiting. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
my.
but
like,
no, but what I was going to say is that I think even if Liverpool get Europa League, I think Liverpool will be there or thereabout. I think they will go out and like get a couple of midfielders, and I think they'll be back strong next season. Yeah. Now with Man United, I think Man United having that extra pull of Champions League football could help to make Man United more of a force next season. So if I'm honest, I always say this. I don't care. Both of them. I as long as we're the best City that we can be, I believe we can win the league over both of them anyway. So
100%. Listen, Jordan Jarrett Bryan, which is a journal, I really respect this guy. Who's on AFTV. He's like a presenter for Channel 4. He said he feels that it's easier for Arsenal next year to win the Champions League than winning the Premier League. He said that nobody can compete against City. He said that you have to be perfect. And now this year, you have to be perfect. Imagine next year when they get better, City. And now everybody's integrated. I think he's correct. I think he's correct. Nobody will be able to check, like, unless barring injuries. I don't think anybody can challenge Man City next year in the league. And it's sad for the Premier League, but a reality. It's reality.
It's not really reality when it's all if buts and maybes, though, isn't it? But
yeah, in it because another if but maybe is Cass has been saying.
I never said if, but I said barring injuries, which is something that we cannot predict.
But everything's fine because we're not. That's if buts and maybes, but Man United being taken over by the Qataris is a fact, isn't it, Cass?
I didn't
Bro,
say
they're getting Jim Ratcliffe and Liverpool are getting the Qataris. This is my new narrative.
Well, it's weird when the Qatari.
Well, my new narrative. My new narrative is that with Bellingham going Real Madrid, it's all part of the as Tate said, it's all part of the master plan, right?
Part of the I've got to put that on my key, my soundboard.
It's a fantastic plan. I love it. Tell him.
Well, it's a fantastic plan because the reason why Real Madrid. Remember when City went and signed Sterling, yeah, and then Pep arrived, yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Real Madrid went and signed Bellingham because when Ancelotti leaves, Mr. Klopp is going to go to Real Madrid. Imagine that. Imagine.
Do you think that's the end of this Liverpool era? Do you think that's the end of Liverpool era?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think this is it? Like the like of
No.
Salah...
I think if Klopp goes, I think it would be the end.
Oh my God! So they're gonna go back to the late 2000s, early 2010s.
Kenny Dalglish Dalglish will be back.
Oh, that part. That.
Well, yeah. Let me revert back to the thing. It's funny because we all know that Qatar own most of London, anyways, and this is where it's going to get a little bit sticky and more political now, which I don't like. Because now you're seeing the Qatar family, the Al Thani family, meet up with flipping the Prime Minister, and it's like, bro, there's something's going to happen, mate. Something I don't know what it is, but as I said, I don't even want to talk on it because I'm tired of it.
Please.
Political. It's political. It's political.
I like the months. You've been giving us the months that it's going to happen, so I want to know what month it is now, Kath.
They said it will be done by the first quarter, and that's the information we got given, which was meant to be March, and if not, it was going to be done by April, and by it's May, early May, and we should know the news by
June.
No, it'll be literally next week. Next week is going to be the decision.
Next week you're going to be taking over next week.
Well, we know who it's going to be. That's as far as I know. I don't know. It's a fact.
And if you get taken over, when's Frankie De Jong? When's Frankie De Jong landing?
When's Bellingham landing?
Bro, I gave up on Bellingham a long time ago.
Daps.
Can we just talk about Man United? Because I really, Cass, do you know something we don't know?
I mean, what?
Hold on, do you know something we don't know?
1 second. Oh, he's coming out here. For fuck's sake, isn't it?
No. Do you know something we don't know about the takeover?
What the fuck was that? Why is he trying to throw shit at me? Don't throw the hamster. Guys, if anyone you need to. He's such a melt, man. Nah, I just got off what the information tells me on flipping. You threw my flipping. Look at this. He literally threw my hay fever tablets at me. What a donut, man! I gave them to him as well. Anyways, But yeah, I don't
So
know what's
you
gonna
think
happen.
it's gonna be Sir Jim Ratcliffe?
I don't know. Honestly, and right now, yeah, currently, I don't actually care anymore. I'm tired, bro. It's
go bed
boring.
earlier then.
I do go bed early. Actually, I went to bed at 3 yesterday. I'm knackered. After we
Oh,
finished our
listen,
stream.
Daps doesn't know. So Daps doesn't have a hamster. Daps' daughter has a hamster, right?
Which means it's your hamster.
But Mo, do you know what happened earlier? Cass did his usual thing of letting it out
Okay.
to actually, like, not in the ball, just letting it roam round.
Just let it out. Yeah, okay.
He just lets it
Yeah.
out. He lets it walk around the kitchen and that. And we lost it. It had somehow managed to climb over a towel under Cass's door and was chilling on Cass's bed.
Oh wow.
He seemed very comfortable, like he's there often, Cass. Is that what happens at night?
I don't know, man. Hey, the hamster was
You don't know.
Hamster might, it could have powers, man. All I know.
Okay,
Anyway, back to football.
Can we get the likes up for this late night chit chat with people? The likes. Can we get to 100 likes, people? Please hit that like button. It helps the channel massively. Again, you don't know. It's a powerful tool for us. Anyway, we were talking about Man United, West Ham, away from home. You lost 7 games away from home. This is West Ham. Are they on the rise? I actually don't know. I watched them and I can't make anything out of them. Like this West Ham team are strange, weird. What's their form, West Ham? What's the we know?
I've literally got the Premier League table up right now. Their form is
So they lost the last 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So is this a time to bounce back?
Well, is it Man United's time to bounce back?
No, but it's away from home. You're not guaranteed.
I don't know what you're gonna get with West Ham, because I wouldn't even say. Look, what I've seen in the last few games is them playing garbage. Like they're giving away the ball. Like obviously against City, you're gonna give away the ball no matter what you do. But when
they were giving it away way too easily.
They're giving it away way too easy. And same respect, it could happen with Man United. You just don't know what's gonna happen with Man United's.
Where is it? Is it at their gaff?
It's at their gaff, and they're gonna be up for the game, mate. And that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm thinking,
what does gaff mean? Gaff?
House. Their house.
Home.
Okay.
Their home.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, was their last home game against Arsenal?
Theirs?
Yeah.
No, home game was against. Yeah, I think so.
They've had quite a few away games recently. I know they played us away. They played Palace away, didn't they?
Liverpool. Do you remember 2-1 against Liverpool? Where they
Right. Okay. Yeah. But you saw in that Arsenal game in particular, like they're still. I think West Ham aren't West Ham 1 point away from pretty much survival. I think they are.
No, they're only 34 points. No.
Yeah,
they need at least about
35 will probably save you this season.
Really?
I don't know. Does it?
Yeah, potentially. Yeah,
depends, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, look, they'll definitely want more than 1 point. They'll probably want 3, but I think they ultimately, until they get that point, whether it be 1 point, until they're mathematically safe, they're going to want every single point they can get. So, and they will be going into it. Sorry, Cass, but looking at your away form and thinking we can get at least a point here. 3 points is doable, and you don't need that, because then the team are going to go into it. At this point of the season, these factors are in players' heads. They do know, we've been bad away from home. Like, we haven't won since however long. And I don't know, man. But I'll go back to it. If Manchester United let Liverpool get that top 4 place, because I do think Liverpool win all their games. I do.
I don't know. For me, it's just like, if Man United play the way they did against Brighton, but just add a little bit of a clinical edge, we won the game. Like,
okay, so how do you add that clinical edge?
Obviously, you got to score, and I think the way Brighton play, and the way I feel like we have been playing as well, bar the game, even against Tottenham in the first half, it should be too much for West Ham, if I'm being totally honest. Like,
you're not going to play like Brighton, because you're going to have the ball, you're going to press, you're going to play like, this is West Ham, this is not Brighton.
Sorry, Cass just turned into Michael Owen then.
Well, obviously.
I said, how do you become more clinical? And you go, well, you score. Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. Right. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
now.
Exactly. No, I think more chances will get created. It's just about. I think maybe there's lack of confidence up front at the moment with Man United. Yeah. Like, and that's as simple as it is. If one goal comes, then maybe the next will, and then the next will. I don't trust West Ham's defense to be solid. At the end of I think they'll be great for the first half, in my opinion. But something just tells me they're going to waver. Worse than Man United if it's not going in their favor at that. And that's the only downfall for them. Have they got Declan Rice back? Don't know.
Was
and
he
also there's another
injured
player that's-
against us?
I don't know what's happened to him. He was not playing whatsoever. I know David Moyes is going to be installing something into these players, but it's not gone well for them for good reasons. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to smash them 3-0 like City did at their ground. They're going to look towards getting some points, and that when you have something to pay for, it's a bit different when you're playing for top four. You either got the ball or you don't. They're playing with their hearts out, So
I think if you win this game, it's over. It's done. If you win this game, it's done. It's over.
I think especially an away game, winning it, even if it's 2-1, 1-0, I don't really care. Just get control of the game. I'd play exactly the same team. I would not play Eriksen, wouldn't play Sabitzer. Play the same team. Just go again. It is what it is. And then maybe we get a 1-0 win. Get an early goal. It's not going to be
You
easy.
still play Martial?
But who else is got in there, bro?
No, anybody. Marcus Rashford in the middle or something.
Martial. No, you have to put Martial up front.
Dude, he has to be dropped.
For who?
For Rashford and Sancho on the left.
Sancho? Did you just say Sancho? Have you been watching Man United?
Didn't he score the last time you played the team when you had all the ball?
And then what happened after? I'll wait.
No, but it's not his fault that your defense and midfield are shit.
No,
it's not his fault. He fucking scored the goal, bro.
Casemiro was good. He just got. I know he got skipped a couple of times, but he was good. Every time riding the ball, they had to go.
What do you want? Okay, so hold on, Cass. What do you want from the winger other than scoring your first goal in the game?
I'd rather look.
No, I don't think he's good. I don't think he's good.
Oh, you had
but now the way that Martial played last game, and listen, we did a reaction, me and you were fuming about Martial. You were like the guy that you were literally playing with 10 men at some point of that game. He wasn't pressing and he wasn't getting involved. So he has to be another solution. He has to be another solution.
Bro, the other solution is maybe is Rashford up front, but the other solution is
so okay.
Vehicle.
So that's okay. Play no Rashford up top. Bro, so who else on the left?
You're talking about pressing. When does Sancho ever press? Man runs back and he can't even catch up.
You don't need to press. It's West Ham. They're gonna drop deep anyway. You don't need to press. That's my point.
Where I'd rather have Marcel. So if they drop deep, why is Rashford any good then? I thought you had ball knowledge.
No, but I'm saying that Martial is the way he plays now. His body language is I don't know, but I don't like his body language off the ball. I don't like it.
I don't care the way he is off the ball. Some characters are just different to others. He meant to smile like Kante or something. Anyway,
no, like to put some effort.
Bro, he's smart. He cuts off corners. Like there's a way of pressing. You just be smart about it. You cut off passing lanes. If you saw Brighton, they didn't play through. They always had to go through the wings in the end. That's where your wingers have to do their job and your fullbacks. Anyways, let me get back to this. So you just said, another solution. You said West Ham are probably going to drop back deep. What the fuck can Rashford do dropping deep when there's a deep line? What's he good for?
Didn't he play? Who did you play against when they dropped deep? Let me check. So against Spurs or something away? Spurs
had a lot. The difference with Spurs, they didn't defend as a unit in the first half.
So So my point is West Ham without Zuma. Now, without Sufal on the right side, so you'll have to make shift, of players. They're going to drop deep. And Marcus Rashford with Sancho and Anthony, I feel I don't know, Martial plays a good game and then he disappears. Maybe I have an agenda against Martial. Let me just admit it. I have an agenda.
Bro.
Do you have an agenda?
Against Martial. I don't like him. I like his technical ability. I don't like players.
He doesn't smile and run about on a pitch like Veghorst.
It's not
no. See, so until
it's not an agenda. Like I give him props against Sevilla. In the first half, he was magnificent. But some games, Daps, you know me. I like the players that put the effort, that show me that you are there to win the game. Yeah. See, like even Casemiro at his worst, you'll never accuse Casemiro of not putting the effort. Never.
Yeah. See, for me, like up until the summer, Ty always thought I had an agenda against Martial. And it was like, it's not an agenda. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I just think that you lot have overhyped him way too much. And he's got away with it for way too long, right? I said, I do believe he can be good. I do believe he is good. But, we all say that availability is an attribute, right? That is very questionable. And he's still like, even now, he comes back and then it's like, oh, Martial's back. He's like, for how long? Like, come on, man. You need to move. And it gets to a point where not even, look, keep him there. Don't go. If he stays fit for the rest of the season, the last few games, and he's fit all pre-season, Man United keep him and think you don't need a striker. Yeah. Be naive like that, because we know come September he'll be injured again and you'll be like, we're here again. Right. I'm all for that. But I'm just kind of saying, with Man United, there's always been this thing that I've said to you. When United fans have spoke about players, generally players they've got in the last 10 years, my whole thing is your standards used to be higher. That's all it is. Right. Now, if you're trying to say that Martial is of a level of what your club are used to, no problem. But I'm just saying you should want more. Like, this guy's got away with not being available.
We're talking about, I'm not talking about what Tyler wants. I'm talking about what we got now. We ain't got much of a choice. That's what I'm trying to tell Mo as well. I'd rather 90 minutes of garbage Martial than Weghorst. That's the difference, bro.
I would agree with that as well.
I think Weghorst is done. Yeah, like,
when Weghorst first came, he pressed a lot better. His touch was a little bit more slick, and it was okay. And he's like, you know what, I can do this. Now, as he's been used way too much, and he is of his age, and how big the guy is as a unit, and the way we've been playing, bro, he's become useless, like more than useless than he already pretty much was. I understand his limitations, but his limitations have gone even worse. So now Garnacho is back. At the very least, he's going to be on the bench. Bro, I'll go back to the question of Sancho because I don't want to talk about Man United too much. I don't want to see Sancho on that pitch. Not starting. He doesn't deserve to start. He did nothing. He came on against Brighton, who didn't have fresh legs as much in the areas he did, and did nothing again ×2 against Brighton. Brighton away is not going to be an easy game, bro. Martial could have had a much better game because I didn't think Brighton made it hard for him. He just made it hard for himself. But so did Rashford with some of his decisions. Like, as well, bro, like, when they played together, we played better. We played much better. The fact that they couldn't do nothing through the middle says everything I need to know about West Ham. About Brighton for now. They got a penalty. For me, it was an even game. First half, we had plenty of chances to bury off. Second half, they had plenty of chances probably to bury something off. But the chances actually that were there weren't actually that great. That's what I was saying. It was a much even game. They got it. Maybe they deserve to win. Maybe not. I don't really care. It's done now. Now Sunday. The one person I want to face against Ogbonna and who's the other guy there for Gerd is going to be Martial, not Weghorst, bro. That is Ogbonna's bread and butter. There's no threat. And if they want to play a high line, like they did when they did in the FA Cup, I think it was the FA Cup when I went to the Carabao Cup. No, sorry, in the league when they're playing with their white and orange kit. That's when Rashford came alive up front.
Do you know?
They're not going to play a high line this time because they need the points.
Bro, but I think they might. This is the thing. We saw against City that for the first half, they frustrated us. They did, yeah.
It's that deep.
But this is Man City, who at the moment, some might say, free-flowing, scoring whenever we want, right? This is Man United, who at the moment, like we've just been speaking on, you're not looking clinical in front of goal. We said it earlier on, Rashford, I know he's had an injury, but Rashford has scored 3 goals in the last 3 months, right? Sorry, you've got Anthony, who I honestly think Anthony looks like a threat, but he needs to improve. He's not clinical enough, right?
No, he's not. He really isn't.
You've got Martial, who generally is probably, I would say, until recent times, your most clinical player. He hasn't really, he's not free scoring or nothing. And against a West Ham team at their gaff, when they need points, they could frustrate you. They really could frustrate you.
I don't know. I think Bruno Fernandes is going to be something. As long as he plays, he needs to get a little bit not back to. He's been playing quite good, to be fair. I ain't really seen much of waste from Bruno. He's been quite all right. It's just that I want Bruno ways a bit further up the pitch, not further down the pitch. Yeah. That's why I don't, because against Brighton he was dropping deeper. I think against West Ham he can license a little bit more. They don't really have no one like. I know it's going to be Paqueta up against Casemiro. I'm having that battle all day long.
Play McTominay in a 10 role.
McTominay's just come back from injury. He's not even back from injury yet.
I'm joking.
Bro, he's joking.
No, but for a game like this, I would probably have played McTominay next to Casemiro.
McTominay slyly scores goals occasionally.
Oh, he's our best finisher. That's who I told you is our best finisher. Is him. He used to be a striker, to be fair. They just
Do
made him.
do you know what the problem is? Is actually Martial is their best technical player.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, but
it's a big problem.
It's
Like when he clicked with Rashford against Sevilla, they looked absolutely magnificent. But
yeah, I
anyway,
don't know. I don't know. I'd still predict Man United to actually win this game, and I don't think it's going to be an easy win. But I think it's going to be like I think we win 2-1. Like that's me.
okay.
I think this is the game that is done.
And
Set
ladies and
pieces
gentlemen, just
with
to let you know,
set pieces with Lindelof and
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're not wrong. They are quite good, but we've dealt with set pieces even against Brighton very well. It's just the last one with a penalty was just a bit stupid. That's it. That's with me, anyways. We've actually been all right on set pieces.
so anyone just going to say on Sunday when Man United play, if you do like watching watch-alongs, Cass is going to be down at DR Sports. He's been there twice.
for West Ham.
Yeah, he's at DR Sports for the watch-along for West Ham Man United. He's been on DR Sports twice now doing watch-alongs. What's your success rate?
Lost.
Cass?
1 loss, 1 draw. So next is 1 win.
So third time lucky, right?
I'm lucky.
So everyone, DR Sport, head over there, watch Cass.
Stressful.
Yeah, and the other thing I was going to say is, people, let's get those lights going, please. We're up late. Just please make sure you're checking your like button. If the like button is not lit, if it looks like this just below us, if it's not lit, please light it up.
Why is it late?
It's not that late. It's not that late, is it?
Listen, I've had a hard week. It's late.
Friday night, 10:30. People are hanging out.
What are you on about?
No, anyway, don't worry about it.
Right. Who are we moving on to next?
I suppose we're gonna
Man City.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about Man City. I suppose you got. I know it's
and Haaland who broke the record in only 33 games, and was he rested for 2 games?
He's been rested a few games, yeah.
So yeah, this guy.
Actually, how many league games has he played this season?
I can look it up. I'm not drunk. I'm sick. I'm ill. If you like to say that in England.
Oh, you look well for someone that's ill. Yeah, I reckon he's probably played about 31 games, maybe 30 games. Is it 32? Maybe, don't know. You looking it up, Mo?
Look it up. I am looking it up exactly.
But while Mo is looking that up,
31 games, 35 goals. By the way, under the radar, he had 7 assists.
So,
under the radar,
however,
just
no,
watch this.
But Mo, more importantly, so this season there's been this narrative that, you know, KDB is old, he's on his way out, and we all know KDB is the assist master, and he's on his way out, and there's a new guy in town that's replacing him, Martin Odegaard, in all competitions. And then there's Erling Haaland, who, apart from scoring goals, what else does he bring? He brings the same number of assists as Martin Odegaard does. Just saying.
Isn't it easier to play for Man City than playing for Arsenal?
Yeah. Of course it is. Yeah.
This is the narrative, isn't it?
Hold on. How can it be easier than playing alongside Saliba, Zinchenko, Partey, Jesus, Martinelli? Bro, they've got the best squad.
You have Pep Guardiola, bro.
Oh right, okay, yeah, you're right, yeah. And the
I'm
oil
really
man
like
is helping.
I'm not. It's not a dig. It's a testament to the brilliance,
bro,
the genius of this guy.
No, you're right. We've got Pep, but we've got no fans at our ground. So you know, he hasn't got that 12th man that Arsenal and Liverpool and Man United and every other club have got. We've got no fans there, bro. So it's hard for him.
What do you mean about free scoring for bro? Arsenal been dominant for most of the games this season. Shall I say? Sorry, most of them.
Yeah, they have been.
How can you say a striker to compare to a midfielder? Look, it was the narrative, obviously, that Haaland can't play football, and then all of a sudden, it's like the same thing for Rashford. He can't play football, but guess what? They got more assists than Odegaard altogether in all comps. What? And actually, to be fair, if you look at the assists from Haaland, they're actually pretty flipping decent.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to lie, because I'm not going to sit here and claim that I watched Bayern Munich. Dortmund. I'm not going to claim that I've kind of watched Salzburg. I'm not going to claim that I watch Norway on a regular basis. So until he got here, you do pay attention to what you hear. So when people tell me, Daps' injury record's really bad, he's going to be getting injured a lot, I'm like, okay, I'll look it up. I'll look into it. And you know what? His overall play isn't that good. Apart from, I've been very impressed with him as a footballer. And, I know people are now saying, oh, yeah, you know what? He's starting to look better. But I'll go back to the start of the season. I still think he was playing well. And it was just, people would just look at the fact that how many touches he's and all of that. But listen, let's talk about the game tomorrow. I think one of the talking points I'm seeing online is the fact that people, I don't know what exactly Pep said in his press conference, but it's looking like Rodri might be rested and Calvin Phillips might get a start. So that is an interesting one for me. Obviously, it's good. He's obviously looked at maybe Rodri's a little bit tired and thought, you know what, with the Champions League coming up and the couple of away games we've got, if we can, Leeds at home, Calvin Phillips, let's go with it. I'm not going to lie, I will be a little bit worried because I think... worried, Mo. I mean, if you want me to say this is a guaranteed City win and we move on to the next team, I'll do that. But if you want to have a conversation...
Let me, can you explain why you're worried?
Well, I'm explaining the reason why I'm worried. And when I say worried, it's that Rodri controls the tempo at Manchester City. Rodri is the one that recycles the ball and starts the next attack building, right? If we can't work it out down the left, it'll be moved to Rodri, and Rodri looks for the next way that we start a move off, right? Can Calvin Phillips do that? That's why, because they're different. It's not like a like for like player, right? For me, from what we've seen of Calvin Phillips, him and Rodri are not like for like players. Now, a valid point would be that Calvin Phillips has been around this City team all season, and I would imagine has been training and being taught how to play that Rodri role. But I'm not going to lie, it is, the drop-off is Rodri and then it's Calvin Phillips. I want Calvin Phillips to come good, but I've been very vocal with it that he hasn't hit the ground running. His season has not been any better than when Jack Rodwell arrived at City. Like, it hasn't. I'm not going to say, Phillips has had a 7 out of 10 season. He hasn't. He's pretty much had no season. So I am going to be worried about that. The other thing is, like John Stones, we all know that John Stones is so important to us. Will he start? Because if he doesn't start and he gets rested as well,
I think De Bruyne might play some minutes.
I think De Bruyne will play. Yeah.
You have to play him. Why I was going to say you have to play De Bruyne, not because of Leeds' quality, is because he's played. He hasn't played in 2 games.
Yeah,
match sharpness is key.
Yeah, I agree.
You have to get some football in your legs just to get used to it.
I think he might start. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts. Do you know what? Before we played Bayern away, we played Leicester, didn't we? And we had the game wrapped up by half time, and then he subbed a load of players off. So you might see something like that. You might see that he starts De Bruyne. He might even start Rodri. He might start a few, and then at half time, bring on Phillips, bring on Cole Palmer if we're 2-0 up or something like that. But yeah, look, it's ultimately.
I think you're overthinking this. It doesn't matter who plays. If it's Bernardo Silva, Gundogan in the middle, who cares?
Overthinking it.
Hold on, but bro, like I said, firstly, we're here to talk on it. Secondly, if we don't overthink this and we go into this game like Arsenal went into the Southampton game, right? What happens? So, do you know what? I hope Pep does overthink every single last game in this Premier League running. You have to. If you don't overthink a game and just go, oh, yeah, Leeds, who are fighting relegation, new manager, it's fine, we're just going to batter them, then that's egg on your face. You have to look at this and go, do you know what? They've got something to fight for.
Yeah, true.
I think it will be interesting to see a Leeds team.
Comments as well. Sam Allardyce's comments as well. Do you remember? They were
yeah, Sam Allardyce said.
Do you know what he said? Do you know what he said? Right?
Yeah.
What did he say? You guys know?
He
said that if I'm in a place of Pep, I'll do the same with Man City.
Yeah, he basically said he's like
his best
Klopp,
coach.
Pep. He's better than them all.
Yeah, basically.
But I don't know. He might have been bantering. I like Sam Allardyce. I do. I'm a Sam Allardyce fan. I feel it's harsh for him that apparently he's on 3 million if he keeps them up. Yeah, but
yeah,
they've got City away, and I think they've got one other game that is extremely difficult. Right, so he's literally got 2 games to keep them up, pretty much. And but And then you've got this Leeds team that under Bielsa, and that it's how's that? Is Allardyce actually going to go in there and park the bus? Do Leeds know how to park a bus?
No. Every single game, man.
To be fair,
They start on the front foot every single game.
They do have to play to keep it narrow, because when they play expansive football, they're so open.
Yeah.
But do they have the discipline to keep themselves in a shape? I think Sam Allardyce can give something, but I think it's still going to be too much, man. They got Strout, they got Ayling. You don't want him outside anywhere. He probably give away a penalty because he's garbage anyways. Firpo's actually played. I'm going to lie. I can't lie. I think Firpo's been pretty decent this season. Then you got your Rocker. Then you got your Tyler Adams. I don't know if he's still injured. I think he's back and all that. What they do best is be defensive and let the fast players, Enyoto, Somerville, and maybe you might play Bamford, who I don't think he should play against City. Go up there and counterattack them. That's the way I'd look at it now. It's like hit them on the break, and I'm pretty sure that Sam Allardyce is going to be telling them all, sit back, counter, hit them long ball. That's all he knows is long ball, straight, probably 4-4-2, right mid, left mid. Get your striker, have someone like Enyoto maybe in the hole or something. Get forward and then keep the shape.
Yeah,
but that's
and
how
look,
can he keep up for? Because David Moyes' team couldn't keep that up for that long.
The thing is, though, that's the one thing with Allardyce we do know, that he goes into clubs and he does manage to get them to get defensively good very quickly. Yeah, that's what he's good at. He's good at going into teams that are leaking goals and going, right, we're going to stop this, and we're going to stop this right now because we don't have long to go. So it'll be interesting. I'm not overlooking it. And I hope we get the win, and then I can fly off to Madrid very, very happy. We land in Madrid just in time to check in and then hit one of the Irish bars to watch the Newcastle Arsenal game. So
big up Amran in the comment. This is the energy I want from Man City. And he's like, no, they can't counter us. We deal with the counter. He's like, no, we got this. I like this energy, Imran. Just keep this energy up.
In who?
Bro. Imran.
Oh, Imran. Yeah, Imran.
Yeah, hold tight, Imran. What are you saying, bro?
Imran doesn't really do shameless behavior. He likes to talk.
Imran also like
hates Liverpool.
Obviously, so me and Imran walked to most games together, and Imran, he backs City. Like we all back City, but he is a confident City fan. Yeah, the only time is, but you know what? There was times during January, February time where obviously we had to have them discussions where it was like, you know what? It's just simply not good enough at the moment. But Imran is a City fan with chest. He is.
Dude, if I say one bad thing on any stream about Man City, he comes for me right away, bro.
He's a lovely guy, bro.
Trust me. He's out here watching.
When I first came to Manchester in a long time, at the start of the season, man, straight away, man, Millstone Road, like took me, man, shisha and everything, got me food and that. Lovely guy, man. Even though he had work.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
He is.
Trust me.
Very real one. Hold tight, man.
Haaland, do you rest Haaland for Madrid at all?
No chance. Get him some goals, man. He wants more goals, man. He's probably looking at that. What's that guy that played for Everton back like 80, 90 years ago? Now he's looking at his record.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we do. Again, I could imagine Pep in an ideal world. I think Pep's approach will be similar to the Leicester game. Get it killed off in the first half, and then rest players. And I think Cass is right as well. Players like De Bruyne do need game time just to get that little bit of match sharpness off because he's had 2 games off. So yeah.
100%.
We'll talk about
Tottenham, please.
No, why?
Because
why?
I don't know what they got Crystal Palace, and I know it's at Tottenham, but I just don't know what you're gonna get, man. We got to talk about some sort of like. Don't get me wrong, this the Man City obviously it's a bit more emotionally invested from me. Obviously, City from that. Let's talk some shit. Tottenham's a perfect place to talk some shit.
Do you know that there is news today that they are actually getting
no, actually, Mo, hold on. So people, firstly, before we move on to the next team, firstly, make sure you check your likes. If your like button isn't lit, give it a little tap. Help support the channel. Secondly, anyone, if you're into your football terrace gear, your UK fashion brands, in the bottom corner down there, Terrace Cult, go and check it out. NAF15 is the code at checkout to get a little bit of discount, a little 15% off. And they've got their new range of New range of lightweight jackets on there as well. Beautiful. Some pastel-y colours if you like your pastel-y colours. But yeah, go and check it out, man. And I can vouch for it. Very, very, very good quality clothing as well. Finally, yeah, just where he's pointing, you can scan the QR code as well. Finally, this week, from Sunday through to Wednesday, I'm going to be in Madrid, but I'm taking my equipment and I am going to be streaming from over there. So make sure you hit the notification bells on the channel as well. There'll be other City fans passing through. So yeah, some good content from out in Madrid for you. Right, and let's now move on to right, Mo. So me and Cass at the moment.
No, Cass is the one who wanted to talk about Spurs.
No, but I want to ask you a question. So me and Cass at the moment are starting to put together the schedule for next season, right?
Okay.
We're coming up with the ideas of 2 shows a day and what shows they're going to be, and putting together like potential panels and all of that. And it's got to that point now where we know that we don't like panels of any more than 6, right? And this is a conversation that has to be happening, not just with Never a Foul. All channels need to be having it. When there's 6 boxes, right? You're going to put City in one. You're going to put Arsenal in one. You're going to put Liverpool in one. You're going to put Man United in one, right? Chelsea and Tottenham.
Hey, someone's got to get a sin bin for the season, maybe, man.
Because Newcastle. Oh, by the way, Newcastle are there saying one of those boxes is ours. Like Chelsea, Tottenham. I don't care. Between you two, fight it out, right? But one of those boxes is ours. Newcastle was saying that, and now it's Tottenham and Chelsea to fight it out.
I can't lie. I can't disrespect my man Sean, man. I think he deserves that box. 1 out of 2. Just gonna say.
I don't know. Listen, this is the problem. Is we don't have a Spurs supporter here to talk to them. All my time watching the Premier League for now over 20 years now, probably watching most games, if not 90% of the games, all the time. I never regarded Spurs as a big team in the Premier League because, and I have reasons for this, they don't have the history behind them. They did not create the history when they were close to the top. Like Chelsea, over the past 20 years, they created enough history for them to be remembered, even if they drop in the next 10 years. Like Man United, between 66 and 92, they were down. But when they got up, they won bare trophies, right? Tons. That even when they're 10 years down, you still remember them as one of the biggest teams in Europe. In 5 years, if Spurs are not close to the top, listen, in that period, Man United did not play Champions League every year. Arsenal didn't, but they created history. This Spurs fan base, they think that we have the right to sit at the table without winning trophies so we can remember them in 10 years. What is that? I don't know how can we put them in the grown-up tables without winning trophies. How? Why? Someone give me a Spurs fan. Just give me one reason. Why would I put you in the grown-up tables when you were close to the top, challenging for?
When you're ordering off the. What Mo's saying is, why are you sitting at the grown-up table when you're ordering a Happy Meal?
Seriously, exactly.
Right? You're not even on the 9 to 13-year-old menu. You're on the you're on the under 8s.
Do you know when Man City came to the picture in 2008? People said, yes, it's a surge of money in this. And the owners thought, if we don't make history, people are not going to remember us. Yeah. So they started bringing superstars. Number one, bring in superstars. So people remember the Robinhos. People remember the superstars that you signed. And then you started saying, hold on. Instead of signing superstars, let's build something that will win trophies. In the past 10 years, how many titles did City win?
Last 10 years, well,
6.
Last 6.
6 titles, right? In the last 10 years, Man City won 6 titles. That's more than 60% of the last 10 years. That means total domination of that period. Now, even if Pep leaves, right, and Man City don't win a trophy or don't win the league in the next 5 years, they will always be in the grown-up tables because they already won something. They already have enough in the bag.
Mo, you fully said Chelsea. Your seat's safe right now. You're good.
Yeah.
I get it. I do get it.
Can I put some respect on Tottenham a little bit though, even though it's a bit weird?
No.
Yeah.
You batter them all the time.
I basically, Mo, just because you said no, I am.
Okay.
So, anyways, that's
listening.
what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So, in my opinion, yeah, Newcastle ain't done anything since 1955. Just because they got a bit of money and just because they got top 4 doesn't mean they should also be automatically in the top 6 club equation when Spurs have finished in the top 4 more times than Man United have even in the last 6 years, if we're being honest. Tottenham actually are the 6th most successful team in England.
All right, so here's the way you look at it.
Let him finish. I want to let him. Let him have his argument.
I feel like Newcastle does deserve respect because that bounce off of relegation to top 4 is mental, bro. And not just that. And obviously Tottenham have been garbage. Obviously they're up and down, but at the same time, I know they ain't won no trophies, but not even Newcastle. Who says Newcastle gonna be anything great next season? So, anyways, I think they are gonna go places. But if we're gonna have to call it what it is, like as we always say, history matters and all that kind of stuff, yada yada yada. You have to put them in. Hold
on.
Why didn't we put Leicester City in the top 6 then? When they were
Hold on. No. Cass, I see what you're doing here. This is reverted back mode to last summer. Once again, he don't want Newcastle there.
No, it's not that.
He's 100% right. Newcastle haven't committed anything
for
yet.
me, the way you've got to look at it is right. Is if I look at it, City, we should be there, rightly so. Right. Arsenal should be there. Yeah, Arsenal should be there as well. Liverpool, yes. Man United, yes, because Man United, we do know Man United are building something back up and who they are as a club. Right. So then where Newcastle are going to finish 3rd. Newcastle, since they've got money, yeah, they haven't even started spending it too much, right? And they're already going to finish 3rd. So for us to, if we're doing projections, to say that Newcastle are going to drop off and drop out the top 6, yeah, is mad right now. For me, what I would do is, again, sorry, I'm reverting back to Tottenham and Chelsea. I'm looking at Chelsea and I'm going, yeah, Chelsea are in the absolute mud right now. If it wasn't for the games of some of the other relegation teams, they would be at risk of being relegated. But, and that's not a joke. It's no longer a joke. It's mad that in January, Matisse said, we just want 40 points. But that's the truth. We're now in May and they still haven't got 40 points, right? That is mad. But however, with Chelsea, with the squad they have, right, and the fact that they have an owner that will keep going and keep going and keep going. If they when they get Pochettino in, if he looks at that squad, strips it back a bit, I think we could safely say, and by the history of Chelsea, that they will bounce back at some point. Yeah. Now, then we move on to Tottenham. Tottenham have had in recent years Jose Mourinho, Antonio Conte, right? And they've achieved nothing, right? Their stadium has been paid off for more than enough time now, right? For them to spend the money that is required.
Oh, it's not paid off yet.
No, I'm pretty certain it is, bro. Or if it isn't, he's got it on a deal. Like the way it's being paid off is being paid off in a way that does not impact their spending.
Yeah, no, because Levy's like that. But I do know
from
my background, friends, stuff that worked.
The one thing we could say the reason why I said on this though, Cass, is because there was that period with Arsenal, to be fair to them, that they were being held back from their spending because of the way they wanted to get their stadium paid off. So their spending was held back for a period, yeah? We're looking at this Tottenham team, and what I'm saying is we have to put everyone there based on a reason why they're there. And it's like Tottenham, you're lingering, taking up a space, but every time you get to the front of the queue and have the chance to purchase, you ain't purchasing. So drop out the queue and let someone else have a go.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, a Tottenham, I don't see Tottenham anymore unless we're doing the Twitter followers, Instagram followers, all of that. For me, I don't see them as relevant from a football point of view in the top 6. I don't.
Olo, thank you. This was a response to Odegaard's assist versus Brighton. Yeah.
What?
But people don't know this. People don't know this, but Tottenham are actually in debt. That's what I was saying. The extra cost for that stadium. So the extra cost for that stadium, as I said, I know my background because I used to do from I know people that have worked on that stadium, even project managers and stuff like that. They wanted it done in a certain period of time, right? And as we all know, nothing ever gets done on time when it comes to construction. I was through there on construction when I was doing stuff through, obviously doing electricals and whatnot. They were paying electricians that I know stupid amounts of money to go get that done. That extra what they had to cost that was meant to be like a 1.2 billion project. That ended up costing £3 billion.
Yeah, but Cass, my point wasn't that. My point was
them up as well.
But Cass, my point was that they're not in a position where they can't spend money because they're having to pay it off because they've got it in a structured way that it's not impacting
of course,
their
Levy will
spend.
never put himself in a place where his club and his business, where he makes his most money, is going to be impacted. But that's why Tottenham prices, the levels are so high right now.
That's because it's because he's a true businessman. But the whole point of this was that when Arsenal were kind of lingering outside the top four, it's because they were bouncing back from having to pay off that stadium as quickly as possible and a way they wanted to, and then start investing again. Whereas with Tottenham, it's like,
no, you're right.
I don't get what they're like. Ultimately, as a business, as a football club, it feels to me now like Tottenham as a football club, their sole purpose is business. Right? It's not success. And I think the truth of the matter is, look, when they sacked Jose Mourinho before a cup final, I think that's when we all knew that's what it was. And I just think at the moment, yeah, they're bad, man. Like them and Chelsea. But I do think Chelsea will bounce back. I think Pochettino will go in. As long as Todd Bowley lets him do something, I think he could achieve something. That's the key, though. Todd has to let him do something.
Even if they don't bounce back. Even if they don't. Remember, Man United didn't bounce back after 2013. Who cared? Because every time we talk about Man United, they still got Pogba. They still got Di Maria. They still got big names. You know why? Because they won something exactly when they got to the cashier. They purchased. They spent the money and they bought something. They got something in the cabinet. What did Spurs do? Exactly what you said.
Are Spurs going to purchase any goals against Crystal Palace this weekend or what?
I don't know. They might, like, they see free scoring.
They're going to ban them. They're going to batter them 4-1, then lose their next game. Guaranteed. Harry Kane gets 2 goals as well. Guaranteed.
I like Harry Kane. I really want him to leave.
If we're being real honest on Tottenham, their second half against Man United and their second half against
Liverpool,
you could say between probably the 37th minute and to the very end, if I'm being real, they were very good. Like, there's something that switched on about them. This is what I say against Crystal Palace. Look, Crystal Palace, as much as I like Hodgson and where it is, it's going to be too much for them. Even any part of their front line, it's going to be too much for Crystal Palace, in my opinion. I think Tottenham are not going to be as bad as we think they're going to be towards the end of the season. I don't think they're going to be great either. I think it's all done. European place, maybe conference, maybe. I can't see it. There's better teams than them out there currently at the moment, but they do sit on a few better points.
I think Conference League kills them. Spurs.
I think they could do with something not as great. It's just an extra game. Like, they are on 54 points.
Europa League is better. Conference, no.
4 point. Look, they're 4 points. They're in 7th.
Yep.
They are 1 point off of Brighton, who've got 2 games in hand or a game in hand against some. Like, Brentford are only 4 points off them. Fulham are 9 points off. They're too far. Spurs and Aston Villa, I think they got to play each other as well on the same point. I can see them dropping down to 9th, and if they don't get their ideas up, they could end up in 9th place this season.
Who, Spurs?
They could end up in 9th place. They're only 4 points off Brentford, bro.
Do you know the funny? Do you know what this season does seem, when you look back, it seems so long, especially the fact that we had a World Cup during it as well, right? But can you remember at the start of the season for so long, Tottenham were in and around the top 4?
They were always top 4. They were always top 4.
Yeah,
always.
But even more so and at the start of the season, it was like they were looking okay, but everyone was saying this football is not. What was the word that everyone was using?
Not sustainable.
Non-sustainable, right? And now when you look back, it's like everyone was spot on. That is exactly what it was. That they were.
It was that.
Like that's if Mourinho and Conte can't fix you, there's something like fundamentally wrong in the mentality of the club.
When you look back to that point of the season, like maybe between August and December, now in hindsight, when you're watching Tottenham defend, under Conte, Tottenham were defending a hell of a lot better than they are now. Like, their defence has gone to absolute shite since Conte's left. Like, really has.
It's gone worse. It's gone worse. But
Yeah.
look, I think Spurs need their reset. I think they know their fans need their reset. They need to build a team which isn't about Harry Kane and go from there and give it a few years of no pressure. Stop saying that you're going to beat this team. You think you're going to do that unless it's against Man City. Obviously, they like that. They like that
They will.
result.
They will. No, and
We have the most stress, though.
they will. They'll
and go
beat
from-
us.
and
They'll
go from there.
look. This is the truth of the matter. It's one of them ones where Tottenham fans, that can be your trophy every season that you beat us, because away from home, honestly, it's not even a joke. We're like, next season when we play Tottenham, right?
Yeah.
We might all just go down to London for the day, go to a bar and try and book out the go-karting place during the game, because going there every season to watch us get beat and then have Tottenham fans like celebrating the fact that they're beating us and us all knowing, but you're not going to win the league, you're not going to win anything, we're going to win the league, and this is just a blip on the record again. But it does happen.
They should go get. Like,
but we haven't scored at their stadium. Do you know that?
Oh, that's mental.
We have not scored
ever. Yeah. Since it's been on for the last 3 years?
at the new
6
stadium.
years.
No, it ain't been
5
open
years.
6 years.
5 years.
It's not been open that long. It's not
Dude,
been
I
open.
went to the stadium in 2019. That's 4 years ago.
Yeah, but then obviously
Whatever it
COVID.
is, bro, we haven't scored at their stadium.
Yeah. I think if they're smart, I don't know if a top team comes in for Lukaku or someone like that, but I think they should maybe.
They're gonna give it a go. Pochettino's gonna give it a go, Cass.
So do you not? So
Maybe.
just on Lukaku, quick, do you lot not want him, Mo?
No, he's not good enough.
Imagine he was the missing piece for Chelsea winning the league.
Please keep Lautaro Martinez as well. He's arse and cheeks.
No. So they said unless Lukaku like does wonders and wins as a Champions League or something, they're not paying 20 million for him as a loan. His loan fee is 10 million plus 10 million his wage. That's too much for one season. So I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work okay with Pochettino, but I think
yeah, I don't know, but I'm hearing links that I just saw today that Tottenham are literally pressing hard to go get Nagelsmann now, and he might look at it as the project that he needs. Maybe he needs a reset. I think he's been disrespected a little bit too much. And I've also seen links with Pochettino slightly. Like I think I did earlier. I'm not. Don't credit me on it. Obviously, I'm not an ITK, but obviously I just can only say stuff on what I see on Twitter, right, from sources and stuff that he's like, okay, it's just been linked. Cool. But yeah, man. Other than Tottenham, I can't. It's funny old club, that one. Obviously, there's the major one that's happening this Sunday, isn't it?
Arsenal
Sunday.
Arsenal Newcastle
versus Wolves. I'm joking. No, Arsenal Newcastle. Yeah.
Newcastle Arsenal. In fact, massive game, man.
Yeah.
Look, and the reason why it's so big. Yesterday on Coppish, Lee was on there, and he seemed very well. Not he seemed. He was very deflated about Arsenal, and I said this, that at the moment, yeah, City can afford to lose one game. That's all we can afford to lose. We can afford to lose one game. If we lose one game and win the rest of our games, we win the league, right? We have Everton away, Brighton away, Brentford away, yeah? 3 potential banana skins, 2 of which are our last 2 games, right? And also with the fact we've got the FA Cup, the fact that we've also still going to be focusing on having to focus on Madrid home and away, we want to get this wrapped up as quickly as possible. Now, I will continue to be nervous and think Arsenal are still in this. This is still a title race, yeah? Until it is done. However, if Arsenal do not beat Newcastle, that then means Manchester City can afford to lose 2 games and still win the league, right? Mo, we have to do this because I'm not here that's going to sit and go, it's done, we've won it, it's out. I think we've got what it takes to win it. I think we know how to go to Fulham away and get a result. We know how to go to Everton away and get a result. But I'm not gonna ever sit here and go, it's wrapped up. But I
really I appreciate this. It's a good footballing mentality because nothing is over until it's actually over.
Well,
and I've said this, yeah, to like when I kept saying to Arsenal fans when I was going, how are you going to win the league? And they're focusing on, we're going to win at the Etihad. I'm like, I know my club's fixture list, yeah. By like January, I've deeped who we're playing when, which I always know when we're playing Crystal Palace away, for example, yeah, because I always look at that fixture and go, that one is one of our banana skins, right? There's certain games that you just, and I do think, by the way, one season we're going to have to go to Anfield in like May. I don't know if we've ever had to do that. We've somehow dodged that, but there's games that you look at. But for me, this Arsenal game, and I was trying to tell Lee, if you lot go to Newcastle and get all 3 points, that is Arsenal going. Pressure is on you, City, right? Because I know Arsenal's last 3 games are all very, very winnable, right? Very winnable. Like, I wouldn't.
Can we say Arsenal are maybe due a bounce back of some sort?
Yeah, they are.
And I'm not being funny. Can Newcastle even afford to lose this game in case Liverpool do win?
Bro, Newcastle, do you know what? When we played Newcastle early in the season, I think it was probably like late August, September time, maybe, yeah? And our record at St. James's Park is very, very good. But I said at the time, this is not going to be like any other season because Newcastle are here now, right? When Newcastle play any of the big teams, they want to leave an impression, yeah? They want to show we're here now. Like, they don't want to be in the top 4, top 6 because they've won all there against every other team, but then been rubbish against the big teams. Newcastle will want to beat Arsenal just to cement the
100%.
fact we are in the top 4 because we deserve to be in the top 4. They will be looking at this game going, we beat you last year. We've improved since last year. Why should we not beat you again this year? Right? But Arsenal need to be going up there saying, if we get this job done, this is pressure on City because we're going to go and win our last 3-4 games. I can't remember. I think they've got 3 games after this, I think.
Just to be, I'll clarify for you. Table wise, yeah, you've got more games. You got 5 games. They got 4 games.
Yeah. So after Newcastle, they'll have 3. Yeah.
After Newcastle, yeah, they'll have 3 left.
Right. Yeah. So, and I know that I'm pretty certain all 3 of them are very winnable for Arsenal. So if Arsenal go and get a result against Newcastle, get 3 points, that is basically tells me City can only afford to lose 1 game this season if we want to win the league. So if Arsenal go and beat Newcastle, is pressure back on City? It is. It is. Yeah, it's fine. I do believe we're a club that knows how to handle pressure, but that's what Arsenal need to be doing. Arsenal need to go out this season with a fight. They can't be dropping off going, you know what? Like, because that will carry into next season.
I'm gonna throw I have to, because obviously if it was my club, it would be the same thing. I didn't just realize Newcastle have to play Leeds away, who are fighting for relegation, for survival, sorry. Brighton, which will be a tough game anyways. I think they will win that. Obviously, the Arsenal game. Then they got Leicester City at home, which they should smoke, but Leicester City also fighting for their survival. Then Chelsea away is their last game. You might also be fighting for their survival.
I
don't see Arsenal winning this game.
I don't see it.
I don't see Arsenal winning the game. That's the thing.
Comes alive.
Like, actually, like, first of all, number one, Gabriel is a doubt. So imagine Kivior and Holding playing at the back against Isaac and these guys. Yeah. So this is like, imagine this. Thomas Partey, is he going to be back or is going to be Jorginho? We don't know. Like, I'm looking at this, and if I'm going to put my money, I'm going to put my money on Newcastle winning the game, not Arsenal.
If you afford to play Jorginho, he will get battered. Joe Linton will.
But that's what I mean. If Arsenal get a bounce back, Cass, yes, but if you're asking predictions and based on logic, not based on emotions, Newcastle are favorites to win this game.
I only do emotions, bro. Sorry.
I know what you're talking about because Arsenal, the bounce back and all the stuff. But if you're looking at the 2 clubs and where they are now, I see Newcastle winning this game comfortably.
Yeah, it's a lever back.
Because where are they going to win? Where is Arsenal going to win this game? In which area of the pitch?
Do you know the other thing, Mo? I think where this game's really important for Arsenal as well. Firstly, it's like I just said, that it would help to put the pressure back on City. But Arsenal went through that bad period. The Liverpool game, not that bad, but then the Southampton, the West Ham, the City game. Then they faced Chelsea and they beat Chelsea comfortably. But I think at the moment, we're still kind of like, okay, was that because you've bounced back and you are the Arsenal we thought you were? Or is that because Chelsea are the Chelsea we think they are? There's still that question in everyone's head. It's great for Arsenal's confidence, but there's still that question. And this game, Newcastle away, is Arsenal, you go and get a result at Newcastle, then no one, all we can say on your season is your season was not a fluke. That little blip was a little blip, and that's it. Yeah. If Arsenal bounce back, go and get a result at Newcastle, then no one can say anything negative about Arsenal apart from the fact that they had a little blip, which most clubs do have. But if they don't, it's like, oh, okay. So that Chelsea
I
win.
asked this question earlier. If Newcastle win against Arsenal, and again, the same question I had for Man United, and they finish within 1 digit of Arsenal, at the end of the season, Arsenal don't win a lot of games and Newcastle win most of their games. Who's more attractive going forward? The ones with the Saudi owners and the one with the Gronkies? Which one is more attractive to you? If you're going to go sign a Madison, who's more attractive?
Arsenal, bro. But let's not question Arsenal's, like, bro. It's still
no. They are great and everything. Arteta's great. Oh, okay, great. But seriously, who's more attractive with the money and the future? Arsenal still.
100%. And that's what me say. I think obviously Newcastle got an exciting project, but Arsenal was still Arsenal. If you told me right now, and by the way, I don't dislike.
So let me. Can I continue with the question?
If Arsenal coming in for me or Newcastle, I'm looking at Newcastle. The city's amazing. So is London. I'm born it. But at the same time, I'm looking at Arsenal.
Project, Cass.
But Arsenal's
Gael Clichy, Bakary Sagna, Adebayor. These guys chose to leave Arsenal to go to Man City before they win something.
It's not a project no more, Arsenal, bro. They just need to adapt on the quality. And I think players are not stupid enough saying, if that's me in that position, we could have probably won that league that season. That's the way I'd be looking at it. Where Newcastle is like, they're just about to get into the Champions League and they got to go play with that intensive. Who wants to play with Dan Burn, bro? Like, I'm just
but that's what I mean. They're gonna replace Dan Burn.
Yeah, but replace
Dan Burn.
Okay, then the same question has to be applied to Arsenal. I'm gonna go replace Xhaka.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go replace Jesus or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be.
I think they're both a good look.
I'm looking at the history, Daps. I'm looking at Gael Clichy. I'm looking at Adebayor. I'm looking at Bakary Sagna.
I hear you.
I'm looking at Samir Nasri. I'm looking at the people that left Arsenal because they thought Man City had a better project.
Hold on. No, Cass. Let me. This is gonna be very unbiased from me, right? We have to be clear. The era you're talking about there, they left Arsenal because at that point, this is what I spoke on earlier. Look, this season, us and Arsenal, we've been going at it. I've got a lot of friends that are Arsenal fans, and trust me, there's no love lost between me and Arsenal. However, I will be honest with you and say that Arsenal had a period where, because of the stadium, they weren't paying wages. They were paying wages. They weren't paying high wages. They weren't buying premium players because they wanted to get their stadium paid off. That era, Manchester City were paying very high wages, right? So I also do believe the project was attractive, but the money was also attractive. And at that point, Arsenal's project wasn't attractive. That era, right? Once the minute the stadium has been paid off and Arteta has arrived, they've spent money. They have spent money. However, they didn't have Champions League football, right? They've attracted the right mentality of players, and they are on a journey. They are in a process. There is a project going on at Arsenal, right? And now this will be the first transfer window where they have Champions League football to attract players with again, because they haven't had that for a long time. So they've got that. They're willing to spend money. I do think Arsenal, and Arsenal are Arsenal Football Club. We can't act like Arsenal are not Arsenal Football Club. They have history. They have tradition. People know who Arsenal Football Club are. Also, they are based in the capital. If you are a player from any other part of the world and you want to go to anywhere in England, it's going to be London, right? I'm not saying other clubs, but these are all facts. So the Arsenal project is very sellable. I do agree with you. The Newcastle project is also very, very sellable. But we can't sit here and act like Arsenal are Leicester City. They're not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me add one more thing on it. Back then,
I don't know how can you read the name. Ijovi is saying, imagine choosing Arsenal over City in 2010. Of course, it's Newcastle. I think it's the same situation. Arsenal, by the way, at that time, they were semi-finalists of the Champions League, quarter-finalists. They were always there and thereabout in the league at that time. Huh?
They were just getting battered by Bayern Munich all the time. Everyone can see that going to Arsenal. You're a joke.
That's later. That's
let me tell you now.
But anyway, go ahead. But thanks, appreciate it, Joey, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man.
The difference is that with Man City back then, and even football back then, you can offer whatever wages you wanted to do. Anything. This day and age, you can't do that. Newcastle can't go out there and offer someone 200 grand in wages now at the moment. Yes, they're getting better deals, but it doesn't mean they can go and flaunt 200, 300 grand. If we've known anything about Newcastle at the moment, yeah, is that they're doing business properly. They're doing everything properly and how they want to do it. So they're not going to overpay for no one. Arsenal are in a position where they can offer 150, 180 grand, 200 grand if it is the right big player or so forth. That's the difference as well. If you want to talk about money, they can afford it. They've got money. Clearly, in January, you could see that they got something. Just because Arsenal have gone in a blip at the moment does not mean this defines pretty much. It does define their success in the season, but it doesn't define them as a club. If anything, it makes them more attractive as a club. Thinking like, bro, no one expected this. At the end of the day, as much as I'm being respectful to the way Arsenal are at the moment, Mo, since you want to be this type of Mo, you know, is what it is.
I'm just trying to have an argument. Wallahi, well, I'm not bantering Arsenal, bro.
I can't lie. Like, I think you put, as a club, you can obviously. I don't care about the players, but as a club, I think you slid one over people's eyes, man, with that one.
Pause.
No, I get there is no history comparison between both. But listen, I'm a global fan, bro. I did not know about Man City's not existent. I knew that there's a club called Man City, but I didn't know that they're gonna be superpowered. I didn't know that they are.
One more question.
I didn't know. Wallahi, I didn't know.
Who do you want to go play for? Eddie Howe or Arteta, bro?
Wallahi,
they're both. Look, the thing is, like I said, I think we can't act like Arsenal as a project is Leicester. It's not, bro. Arsenal is a football club. It's a massive football club. They've been in the title race this season. They've got legends there that will help to pull. They are now spending money. They are now paying wages. It's an attractive project, but also I'm not downplaying that Newcastle's an attractive project. That's why this is probably a good conversation. And do you know, there's something I said the other day about it would be great if we actually knew the true story of why Bellingham chose Real Madrid, right? We'll never know. We'll never truly know. Unless, to be fair, I know on City's channel, there's a documentary about why Haaland... In fact, I don't think it is on City's channel because it's in Norwegian. But there's a documentary on why Haaland chose City and how they did this point scoring system of every club interested. But it would be interesting if we got to see a bit more the true reasons why players chose certain clubs. Like,
always going to be factors.
But
man.
me and you talked about Real Madrid thing. It's a rumor that is happening in the summer. Not now. This Real Madrid Bellingham talk was happening when they got Tchouaméni and Camavinga. People think it's new. Just because the Liverpool fans keep telling us that he's wearing number 8 already, people got blinded by the fact that it is still a race. It's
no, he was always.
City and Liverpool.
I think the chase always was City. To be fair, it was probably actually more documented that it was Real Madrid and Liverpool than it was City. But it was us three. It was us three that I think were all in there. But I think the reason now, Mo, is from what I'm seeing, it's like it's not a done deal, but it's pretty much a done deal, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll never know until he signs. We'll never know.
Yeah.
Can I add one more thing? Yeah. How old is Jude Bellingham? 19, 20 now? Yeah,
19 or 20. Yeah,
20. Yeah, bro. You're talking about sunny Spain weather as a youngster as well. I'm telling you now, as a young guy, thinking that even now, to be fair, in my head, but as a player, I'm telling you now, Real Madrid, sunshine, the beach, wherever you want, bro. They're you can say their facilities are so great, bro. How do you reject that?
Yeah, I hear you.
You just can't.
Because it's Pep Guardiola.
There's something called temptation. No, but I hear it. But there's something called Real Madrid, and there's something called Real Madrid.
And that's why with the Haaland thing, though. That's why with the Haaland thing, I think it's good. And I can't do these things with subtitles. My brain switches off. But Steve keeps telling me you should watch it because it's so interesting. Different people have different requirements. Like the whole thing with Bernardo Silva, right? And people say, why would you want to leave City to go Barcelona and anything like that? But the truth of the matter is, if you're at his age and your wife's at her age and you haven't had a kid yet and you want to have a kid and you want to be back maybe, do you know what I mean? Like there's so many, every player is influenced by different things. And Cass, I've never deeped it like that. But the one thing I know is this last week since the sun's come out, I've been a happier person. Yeah, I have been a happier person. When you go on holiday you're happier because there's
So you have to
sun
come
there.
back.
But yeah, so I don't know, but we have to be clear, and it's fine to admit it, that although I also think maybe wage structures at clubs influence this, and the biggest thing that when Ty said it the other day, and he's right, that the whole thing that Real Madrid potentially, Jude Bellingham is walking in to become a massive midfield for the next 10 years and have that's a project. That is from a football terms, take the weather away, take the money away, take all of that away from a football point of view to be part of a potential midfield that could dominate European football for the next 10 years. That's a footballing project that maybe Jude's just signed up to.
Yeah, I think Haaland went. I think you said it's a factor. He got things laid out on the table, and he wanted to develop as a footballer, innit? And I think with Jude, I think the way he's wants to do his circle is that he ends up in the Premier League and stays in the Premier League for the rest of his career.
Is that what you think? Yeah.
I think he's doing that circle. Maybe Haaland might do the circle where he stays in England for a while because he's loving it. And why wouldn't you? You just score 50-odd goals or whatever it is. You're gonna stay for a while. Maybe he ends up at somewhere like Real Madrid in the end of his thing. But I think with an English player or something like that, they're gonna end up wanting to stay in England. When you come in England, you're gonna want to stay there, man, because it's home at the end of the day. And with Haaland, he's away from his home, or obviously in
Hold
Norway.
on, I thought England is his home. I thought his dad, he was born in England.
Yeah, but his originality is, it is there.
Yeah, but I think for him, England is not that far from.
Yeah, I hear it, but I think Haaland's going to have a similar career maybe to Ibra, man. Like, I think he's going to go to the top clubs. And
I have this feeling when Pep leaves the Premier League, everything is going to change.
He's won leagues in Australia. I think he's won a title win, obviously, Dortmund. I think he's just going to do that.
So EPL turf. Daps, if Haaland, he keeps calling him Haaland, I think you mean Haaland. If Haaland's chosen City over Madrid, then why are you worried about Haaland's contract and want to change clause? And on no stream have I ever said I'm worried about Haaland joining Madrid. I think you probably spend your life on Twitter too much, bro.
Yeah.
Also, the clause, Haaland decided to remove the clause, right? Because he put in there that I'm not sure. When Haaland signed with City, there was a clause put in that after 2 years, if Real Madrid came in and offered X amount, he could go. However, when Pep signed his contract renewal, that clause was taken out because it was agreed that he was said, if Pep's staying, I'll stay. No issue. My issue is if Pep leaves, then. So as far as, and I don't think I actually ever said that Haaland chose City over Madrid. So I don't know who you support, but you seem a bit insecure on that one still. I didn't
Chelsea.
Oh, well, we should be insecure. Yeah, worry about your team, man.
Yeah, I don't know if we got any other teams. I don't know what you guys think the score is going to be. Obviously, that took an L, like not an L, a U-turn, really. Arsenal, Newcastle. What do you guys think the end score? Draw? I think draw as well. No, actually, you know what? I think Newcastle win. 3-1.
Oh, Cass giving Newcastle props. Oh.
I've been doing it for the last 4 weeks.
See, he wouldn't have done that 3 months ago.
Yeah, but I've been giving them props because I actually.
No, I went. Mo wouldn't have done that 3 months ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, they've been playing. Since they've been back, they've been playing sick football, and you can't deny it, bro. They've been playing great.
We'll see how it is. I still think that Newcastle should win this game on paper. If they don't win, they put themselves in a terrible, not a good place because they have really tough games coming up. So
it might be tough for Dan Burn against Saka. Because Saka has a good game, in my opinion. I think Arsenal could have a lot of fun down that side, man. And that's where it could be a tactical battle for us. I think Arteta's definitely got to look and know facts the way with the pace they're going to be looking at. Newcastle will be looking at the way, and they might just play how they usually play. Just play compact and break. That's what you do best. Get at them in their faces. Because if you notice one thing about Arsenal, when you get in their faces, they don't like it. They don't like physical battles. Yeah. They don't.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well,
wait, we got a super chat.
We got a super chat?
Yeah. Comdean says, Mo, Arsenal were broke and going through ownership issues with the Cronkies. Now we have the best young core in Europe. What let us down is depth. If we have better quality backup to Saliba, we would still be first. I think it's more than just that. I think even
I think
it's more. I think if Arsenal had just a better backup DM, a better backup centre mid, and a better backup centre back, I think then they would have probably won.
I agree with you on that.
Vieira smells. Whoever Jorginho is smelling and can't be relied upon, and obviously Rob Holding is just not good enough. And
Why you're against Jorginho? I thought you liked Jorginho.
yeah, about 5 years ago.
I actually have this idea that I'm watching Enzo Fernandez versus Jorginho, and I think Chelsea are using Enzo Fernandez exactly as they use Jorginho, and there's no difference between the two players. If they don't use Enzo Fernandez higher on the pitch, they're really wasting him. He should have kept Jorginho. Should have kept Jorginho. He's slow. He passes the ball sideways. Until you use him up top, a little bit higher on the pitch, you should have kept Jorginho. You just kept your money.
With Jorginho, you got to build a team around him. And for me, what Arsenal have lacked is a backup midfield. And their backup midfield is arse and cheeks, just like Man United's backup midfield. Even the first team to a point, into a degree.
They like mentality.
I like Shaq. Obviously, Shaq of Odegaard party is actually quite balanced midfield, quite very good. But apart from that, Fabio Vieira smells, bruv. Like, honestly, he's shit. And who's else is there? Obviously, Emil Smith Rowe has been injured. El Nenny's been injured. He's not that great anyways. And then who's the last one?
Smith Rowe doesn't deserve to be a conversation anymore.
Yeah, he don't, man. Not for me. I don't know. He's got a lot.
He's got a lot player. He's like Martial as well. He's like good player, but he hasn't played enough.
Could be a sick number 8.
He's 22, right? He's 22, yeah.
I think
he got hindered by injuries, bro. But he is
I'm
so
not,
good.
I hear you, Mo.
But I get your point. I get your point. Availability, and I get your point.
Availability, and the whole thing was that he had
a sick in the last season. Sick. Double digits, and he was great.
I'm telling you, he's sick. He's about 6. He's gone from 5'10" to about 6'2" right now. You do know that as well. He's massive.
Like I said, I was saying, he's 22 years old, right?
He's gonna want to play football.
I know where is this going. Go ahead.
No,
and just for me, the whole thing was, oh no, he's going to be very important in the second half of the season. Is he?
Nah. He's been injured still. He's barely got game time, isn't he?
Is he? I know exactly. I'm sorry, but step at 22 years old. Sorry, step the F up. Sorry, just step the F up. You're 22, not 18.
But Odegaard didn't ripe until he was 24.
Turning 23, to be fair.
Listen, I'm here to be proven wrong. Every time I say something, this is a receipt. If people don't like it, clip it up, save it, come back to it and say, Daps, you were completely wrong. No problem. And I'll say, yeah, you know what? I was right. I've had to do it. Rashford, I've never rated Rashford. This season, I've had to go, do you know what? Rashford is slowly starting to prove me wrong a little bit. Arsenal have proved me wrong all damn season, right? I'm wrong about a lot of stuff. I'm not an ITK. I'm not even. I haven't played football since I was like
ChatGPT.
16. Yeah, I can be wrong in it, and I'll admit if I'm wrong. But for me, I don't want to hear no props on a 22-year-old like he's 18. He's 22 now. Like, good. I get the injuries, but how long's he been fit?
No, like 3 months now, 2 months.
Right,
barely, but he's got a lot to adapt to.
And with the injuries they've had and with whatever else, listen, Vieira's on there looking literally like I could blow him over. Cass is telling me that Smith Rowe's now 6'2". Cool, great. So where's his physicalness? You've been fit for 3 months and they're choosing a feather over you.
Yeah, but when you're growing, you go to a different height. That means your walking's different. That mean everything you do with yourself is different.
He's 22. Who grows in 22 years old? He's done. Like 18
that sounds mad. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but he had
22 years old. He's getting bigger at 22 years old.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before.
Well, you haven't heard it.
Are you sure? I'm not doubting. Are you sure about this?
A lot of his injuries are down to his growing knee pains. This is
he's still the kid that still grows at 22. He should play basketball then.
Well, it sounds like he got some of Jurgen Klopp's inhalers.
So he's had growing knee pains. A lot of his injuries have been down to it. He's had to have surgery and everything like that. I'm not a big fan of Smith Rowe but I do think now if he's 6'2" and he can grow into it and adapt his football style again, like they did with Ramsey.
What are them Dutch shoes? Are they called? What are them Dutch shoes that have got heels on?
No idea.
Maybe he's wearing them or something.
But for me, I feel like remember when Ramsey? When Ramsey got injured as well, he came back and he came firing. I think Emil Smith Rowe at 6'2" as well. If he can remain with the pace and everything he's got, I think he can be a good number 8.
Okay, so bro, but right now, look, like, I'll be real with you. Right now, bro, I could jump online. I could find a player that's been injured for a year and just go, do you know what? I think this guy could be good because you're basing it on nothing. You're
No, they can't
basing it
they can't
on
afford it.
you think he hasn't played football for a year. I've even spoke to people that watched him playing for like the Arsenal under 23s and whatever, and said he's still not looking that great, you know. But if you want to say because he's somehow managed to grow an extra 4 inches, and
By the way, Daps, that's a fact. I just confirmed. It's an actual fact. He's
Huh?
growing, actually. It's a
Bro,
fact. Cass is not
listen,
wrong.
if there's
He's
any
actually
reason,
growing.
and if there's any reason why someone could get good, if he's got the ability to grow 4 inches in a year, yeah, then women will love him, firstly. And secondly, he probably has got some superpowers and might come good. But I'm just saying at the moment, we're talking about it based on nothing because we haven't seen anything this season to suggest that he's gonna all of a sudden turn into a world beater.
Comdean give Smith Rowe some time with Arteta, took his time with Martinelli, get him back in the squad. Arteta is taking his time, easing Smith Rowe back in the squad. It is my problem with this, is that Martinelli was 19 years old.
Exactly.
Smith Rowe's 22. He's 22.
He had surgery because of growing pain in his knees. But you know what? I'll say one more that we can always, again, I think it comes back down to the first part of what we said in the show, that if buts and maybes. So, and I'm going to say now, where do you want to be? Arsenal fans, where do you want to be? That's all I'm going to say. Where do you want to be? Do you want to keep doing potential, or do you want to actually go buy some actual quality now? Like you said, you need a backup midfielders. Can you afford to hope for someone's potential? I don't think so. Where do you want to be as a club?
No, nobody's going to wait. Nobody's going to. Man United not going to wait for you. Newcastle not going to wait for you. Chelsea not going to wait for you.
I think for him, for the time he wants to develop as well, he's not going to get that Arsenal in the first team. And I think he's going to have to go somewhere that's a bit promising. Aston Villa, maybe, somewhere like that. Maybe put him on loan. I think a loan will do him good. Maybe put him on loan. So, yeah, man, that's the way I look at it. And obviously, we ain't spoken the game because we've been going off and off and off. Got to talk about one more game, Liverpool versus Brentford. And I suppose we'll give it 5 minutes. That's how long
we're talking about Liverpool.
We don't really talk about Liverpool at all. But where do you, just wrap it, where do you guys think this game's going to go? Because I've been saying quite vocal that I feel like I think this is going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a shit game. I think it's going to be 0-0.
So Liverpool are third on the table, 2 points behind Arsenal in home form. They lost only one game.
Bro, I've seen enough of them at Anfield at times. Brentford will be a lot harder than Fulham, mate. And I'm telling you now, I'm not saying Liverpool, they can turn. I don't know what Liverpool I'm going to get. Are they going to turn up or they're not going to? When they have turned up against someone like, who was it recently? Tottenham. Bro, the defense is all over the gaff still. Like, I'm not talking Trent now. I'm talking about their centre-backs. It's all over the gaff. Do you get what I'm saying?
5 goals at home against Spurs and against Spurs.
I can see them being kind of tired as well against Brentford. And I think Brentford...
but their offensive line, Cass, is absolutely on fire now. Offensive line is on fire now.
As much as Thomas Frank is a salty git, let me tell you that for free. And I know, in fact, he's ambitious. He screams ambition. Brentford have got the first time in their lives to play for a European place. Yeah? A European place. Mm-hmm. That's going to be in the back of his mind too, as much as Liverpool thinking they can go and get top 4. So that's all I'm going to say. But mate says, Cass, stop waffling. That's hope. Is it really hope? Is it really hope? Is it me being hopeful? That's like you saying that you're hope. It's like me, like that man said, Man United will go lose against Wolves, at home. I can't see them. Is that what Tom Little said? I can't really see Man United winning these games, even at home against crap teams like Wolves. Come on, man. Like, I'm being realistic here. Brentford don't make it hard. Remember, they got one of the best away forms in the whole league. Go check it.
Yeah.
So,
I hear what you're saying, but
that's all I'm saying.
I think like Luis Diaz, Jota, Salah scored 9 in the last 8. It's under the radar now, and
somehow you got team of the season.
Nah, that's the EA one. It's
That's
not
the
game.
I keep saying this. It's all about you play Ultimate Team, Cass. You know what it is.
No, Mo. Do you know what's confusing though? That team came out. I swear that team came out weeks ago, didn't it?
It's a voting came out. The 40 players came out last week.
Oh, and now it's been voted on. Right, okay.
Now people go vote because they play the game. When I used to play Ultimate Team, I would vote for the players that I want to get the card for.
I don't know none of that, bro. I don't know about none of that stuff.
But EA and FIFA, clearly there's a correlation called FIFA. So if they're going to go through with it, that's probably going to be names that are going to be there. I don't know. I don't really care about it.
Ultimate Team, guys. People get cards when they vote for players. Bro, like I want Salah on my team.
Premier League underneath, and I just thought the Premier League did it. And I don't play enough FIFA. I'll batter anyone at FIFA, by the way, but I'll thought it was FIFA. Yeah.
This is called FIFA Ultimate Team of the Season.
Or whatever,
I don't
man. I
know.
don't pay that crap. People always have all the legends by game week 4 of the game being out. I just can't bother for that.
I don't know what's going on. This is all
Yeah.
over.
By the way, Cass, Brentford away form, they are 10th in the league.
What,
And
currently?
Brentford away form, away table, they are 10th in the league.
At the
So-
moment.
Yeah, but I see your point. Like, if you're gonna pick a team to win against Liverpool away or cause trouble, it will be
Yeah,
Ivan
true.
Toney and
Actually,
Buemo
to be fair, they did lose. They did lose against Wolves, didn't they? And they did get, I think they did.
they get 2-0 against Wolves. They lost at home against. They won the last. No, they won against Chelsea. That doesn't count. I will see how it is. But
Well,
it really
they drew
doesn't count. It doesn't count. Like Chelsea are really like they're not gonna win a game, bro.
Yeah, but it's
There's
like
no point of talking about him. Dude. Like,
they had a stinky result against Wolves. I know that for a fact. But they're still good. Like they beat Chelsea. They drew against Villa, but they lost to Newcastle. Who ain't gonna lose to Newcastle at home? But they drew against Brighton away. But they put a fight.
what does Terrace Cult? Okay, so people that are watching us and they don't know Terrace Cult, this is in outfit a brand. It's a great one. You go check out. Just do this code. Is it here? This code.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
with your phone. Do with your phone, and then it will take you to the website. Just pick. You'll get 15%. Never a foul discount, and just great outfits, great designs, and all kind of summer, winter, spring, and you'll like it. Just do it.
Yeah, trust
We
me, I wear a lot of it. It's very good stuff. Good quality gear. Great range. Go and check it out, man. Go and check it out. And put in at checkout, put in NAF15 and get 15% off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, 100%. Go check it out, guys. Is Manchester Stone Island? Kinda.
Yeah, do you know what? That's a
basically, yeah.
Who said that? Did someone say that?
A lot. It's not just
Yeah,
that.
Thunder Road,
A lot of boxes.
which
wear
is
it.
actually he lives in Texas somehow.
Does he? But
Yes.
yeah, do you know what? I think it is Manchester Stone Island. That's the best way of putting it. It really is.
Yeah, no, but a lot of boxers wear it as well, and a few footballers as well. So
Yeah.
it's actually quite a big brand.
Mo, you'll be back to being Liverpool and Salah fan next year. We're going for the quad again.
Oh,
We're going for the quad. Jude Bellingham is our player. McAllister is ours.
no, I'm sorry. Can we just end on this as well? Can we just end on this? Yeah. The McAllister prop is hilarious. Right?
Oh, bro.
Literally, it's like Liverpool's fan base needed something to cling on to, and out of nowhere came this shining knight out of nowhere appeared. McAllister. I saw this story earlier from a Liverpool account that was basically had written a story about how McAllister scoring a penalty against Man United was
to help Liverpool.
Was the definition of keeping his cool. And it was like, this is why we need McAllister. It's like, this is just so Liverpool. I get it. McAllister's good. They're gonna love it. We didn't want Jude Bellingham. We always wanted the World Cup winner McAllister. Like, okay.
Do you know the price? Do you know the price that was reported today?
80 million?
80 million pounds.
That's
We think FSG are gonna take 80 million pounds and spend it on one midfielder.
Bro, but here's the thing that everyone needs to look at as well. Yeah, is it's not just the fact he's going to cost 80 million. It's the fact that Liverpool need 2 to 3 midfielders. That's what their fans tell me, right? If they need 2 to 3 midfielders, the wages, yeah, McAllister plays for the same international team. I guarantee you, him and Enzo probably go for dinner regular, right? He's going to know what Enzo's earning. He's going to know what Alvarez is earning, right? He's going to know what Premier League clubs will pay, right? So he ain't going to be going for no 80 grand a week or nothing. Yeah? He's going to want a help.
80 grand a week.
No, but that's what I'm saying. And here's the thing, that if you then need 3 midfielders of that quality, you're going to be looking at wages. And this is where, look, I think they will get McAllister. I do think they will. But I think that will impact who their other two midfielders they get are. Unless FSG pull their fingers out. And if they do, then Liverpool could really be back next season.
Mason Mount.
Liverpool fans in the chat are saying that he's 55, 45. Are you guys like serious?
Yeah, he's not an £80 million player. For me, he's definitely.
What about Mason? How if Brighton asked for Caicedo for 80 million, we're talking about McAllister, their talisman. This is the guy. Like when you say Brighton, it's McAllister, the World Cup winner. This is their guy, right? Their Argentinian superstar. They're not gonna let him go for 45. Tillemans is 45.
Hey, who
McAllister, bro.
What? Not bro. He's costing probably 80 to 90 million. 100%. They already got his play. He's already got the player lined up.
That's what I'm saying. People are saying 50 million and 45 million.
Nah, man. Man. It's just the thing is. I know. The thing is, Liverpool are not going to overpay for him, and the thing is, Brighton know they need midfielders.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And they don't have to sell the guy. Brighton might play Europa League next year or Conference League.
He's going to want to go. He's 100% going to get sold.
Yeah, fine, but not for less money because Brighton don't have to sell anybody, guys. Just remember,
if they're going to get anyone, they need to go get Caicedo, mate. Not McAllister.
Big up Grizz. People are saying Grizz told them 60 million. Yes, yeah.
Oh, Grizz don't know anything, man.
Grizz told me Bellingham is already wearing Liverpool
Grizz
jersey.
literally told the whole world that Bellingham was going. Come on, man. The whole time Grizz love, but no one believe anything.
I was anti-Liverpool. I was anti-Arsenal in a bit. You guys are being kids.
Out here.
You guys are being kids in the chat. I was anti-Arsenal. Now I'm anti-Liverpool because I'm saying the truth. Because I tell you the truth in your face. You're telling I'm like an anti-Liverpool. You want to get a McAllister for 45 million, but you're telling me Mason Mount is going to cost 70.
I'm telling you now. Yeah, if Pochettino can't, Mason Mount will sign a new contract.
Hold on, new name for him.
Merseyside Mount.
Merseyside Money Mount.
Merseyside Money Mount. I like it, but anyway, it is what I'm sick. I'm ill, and whatever.
Yeah, and I need to go to bed. Got a date with Super Mario in the morning with my daughter. So
EPL Turf is saying you get Gallagher for 40 million, 45, and McAllister for 60. You're comparing Gallagher to McAllister. Okay, just give me.
That kind of looks like Wario, isn't it? Got the yellow one as well.
Maybe I will.
Anyway.
Maybe I'll wear it. Dress up as Wario.
It's Friday night, people. Go out. Enjoy your night. There's still a lot of time. If you're a kid, if you're young enough, just go out, enjoy your night.
If not, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll be live at what time tomorrow?
I have no idea.
At 10.
10 o'clock tomorrow, we'll be live here, people.
Oh,
have a good weekend.
That's the nice one. That's the one that is going to be not football again. This is going to be the one that is not football again.
Brilliant. Well, yeah, that could be. You might not want me on it tomorrow night.
No,
Who the
why?
fuck are you talking to, son?
You. Hold on 1 second.
Well, I ain't around tomorrow anyways.
You ain't?
No.
Oh, you're going to miss the thing at night. Grizz sources
are you trying to try first on me again? The fuck is that?
Soup. Oh, that's Soups.
I don't bang him. I should for that.
Love Soups.
Grizz
and actually,
sources
Soups, we'll see you tomorrow as well. We're coming over to our place for some food.
Oh.
Anyone, if you're in Milton Keynes, our place, 3 p.m. tomorrow. They've got the City game on. Great food, drinks.
What about the other games? How is Cass going to watch United game?
It's up to him. That's Sunday.
Oh, so there's Liverpool. Oh.
That's my dad's tomorrow.
Ah, there's Spurs. Oh, that's a good 3 o'clock. How do they have? Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm looking forward to Bournemouth Chelsea tomorrow. To be honest, as well.
I'm looking forward to you to end the stream.
You can end it. You can end it.
Oh, and Jack, Jack, please do. Jack, I would love you to rock up. Please. You know what? I believe you're from London. Milton Keynes, because I know your broadcast is not affording a car, right? So Milton Keynes on the train from London, it's 45 minutes. Our place, I'll say it again, our place in the hub. I will be there 3 p.m. You know my face. Jack, if you want to come and say hello, obviously, please leave your gun at home because I know you're always strapped up 24/7. But if you want to come and say hello, bro, please come and say hello. And it would be lovely to see you face to face, my man. Have a good...
talking to, son.